Good morning. It is Monday morning and it's a beautiful day. I just finished doing a little bit of gardening and don't think I've cleaned my nails properly, so I apologize if there's some dirt under my nails. Try not to show that. But I'm here to show you what I listed over the weekend. Not too much over the weekend because I was really getting low on inventory, but I did go to the flea market yesterday, so I will have a haul video for you. So probably by the time this is posted, I will have already posted the haul video. So let me just show you what I listed. This is not too exciting unless you're interested in architectural salvage, but I had a giant bag of old doorknobs and door hardware from my friend Caroline, and so I've been putting off listing it because, like I said, it's not that exciting. But you know, people who are looking for this kind of stuff, they will find it. So the first listing was for this Edwardian door plate. It's a pressed copper, and then some kind of matching. I don't know if they started out. In fact, I'm pretty sure they didn't start out life together because these doorknobs are all steel, but they're cool looking and they look good together now. So I sold this lot. I listed this lot for $38, free shipping. All of this is free shipping. And this sold right away. None of the others have sold yet. But then I listed a bunch of doorknobs. I listed the glass doorknobs in a lot. It's one full set and one single knob. Same with the black ceramic ones. And then these metal ones, brass and copper knobs, of like 6 sets of them. And all the prices were in that neighborhood of $35, I think, free shipping, somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly what I listed them for, but you're probably not interested anyway unless you're doing architectural salvage or doing a rehab. So anyway, that's that, and I will show you what I sold over the weekend in just a minute. Okay, so as I mentioned, I did sell this door hardware for $38. It's really nice antique stuff. And then I sold this gorgeous turquoise ring. It's a Navajo, older piece. When I bought this, it was broken. The band was broken, so I paid, because it was such a nice ring especially, I paid to have it fixed. So the total price with the repair and everything, I think, was around $25. I know I got a really good deal on it because it was broken. And trying to see if it's signed, but I don't see any marks on it at all. But anyway, that sold for $78. And then this was a recent listing of a Victorian watch case, a pocket watch case. Oops. Goes like that. Love this piece. I paid $15 for that and sold it for $92. And then lastly is this abalone pendant. It's not silver, but it is awfully nice inlay work. It's just smooth. You cannot feel a seam on that at all, and it's really big and chunky and fun. And that sold for $24 plus shipping to Great Britain, Australia, UK. Yeah. So there you have it. Okay, well guys, this is the redone backyard. Well, it's not redone, but it's cleaned up. It was just ankle deep in some places with so much leaves and palm fronds and overrun trash vines, and we clipped some trees so that our orange tree could get a little sun. Look, we have one orange on our orange tree. That is so pathetic, but at least it's one. It's more than we've had in previous years. This tree is a little bit sad. It they create them, the seedless trees, by grafting. And the grafted portion of the tree died. During the drought, a lot of things died. So we just didn't water enough. And so the the rest of it came back really strong, but this is no longer a seedless orange tree. It's growing from the rootstock, which means it's just ordinary seedy oranges, but that's okay. I don't mind seedy oranges. Sometimes they're better than the seedless kind. There's our fig tree. There's our avocado tree, which someday maybe it will make avocados. I don't know. There's our peach tree, which every year something gets the peaches. Every year. So, but anyway, you can see that everything looks clean and manicured if dead. We don't water grass here. This is just weeds basically. In the fall, when we get rain, or in the winter, it will green up and look pretty, but in the summer, it's just brown. And there's our grapevine, which does produce grapes every year. Needs to be pruned. This is our tangerine tree, which has 2 tangerines. I think that's all I see. There's our tomatoes. They're just about finished. And our strawberries, which we still get a few strawberries every day from our strawberry plants. This has all been cleaned up. Oh, it looks so much better. I know it doesn't look great, but it's so much better than it was. The big issue right now is what to do with this. I asked them to save this little succulent bed because these make the prettiest flowers in the spring and summer. Not right now, obviously, but by saving them, they saved everything that's growing in there, all the grass and crap, and ice plant. So there's our jade tree. And same with these. These are these tall little succulents. They look kind of like ice plants, but they're tall. They're not weeds. We actually bought them, from a nursery and planted them. So they saved those, but this is kind of a mess. So we're gonna have to do something about it. So that is the tour of my yard. And by the way, if you're not familiar with Long Beach or Southern California, sorry, I just cut myself off. If you're not familiar with it, most people do not have yards this big. This is an enormous yard. It was not our choice. It just happens to be that it is a two lots, and you just can't do anything with that back lot because there's no access to it. There's no alley. There's no way to get a driveway back there. So I can't, it can't be sold and built on with a new property. So some people are like, wow, you could do so much with it, but we're just not very good gardeners. So we don't do anything with it. And sorry about the screaming. That's what I live with day to day next door to me. That's the preschool. And here's Muffin after tearing around the house like a crazy cat. She has decided to relax on top of the sofa. You would not guess that 5 minutes ago she was completely insane. But she wore her little self out. Look at her little face. Hi, sweetie. Oh, aren't you cute? Look at the little paw. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, and I am here to show you what I got listed yesterday. Try not to make anyone seasick. Okay, so I listed 4 items yesterday. The first is this pink, like a plexiglass mid-century tissue box cover, and that I listed for $29. And this silver overlay glass cruet, kind of an Art Deco look to it, probably 1920s or 30s. Came from my mother-in-law. It was a wedding present to her from a friend of her grandmother's, and she said it was old at the time that she got it. And that was listed for $26, and these are all free shipping, by the way. And then I listed these 2 Zuni men's rings. Actually, this one could be worn by a woman. The size is not humongous. It's like 8.75 is the size. So, I know there are a lot of women who have larger hands that might like that. But it's really pretty. So I listed these for, this one I listed for 95, I think, right around in that area. And this one I listed, I think, for 72 because this one has a little bit of, it's just not in the best condition. It's got some surface wear. No big cracks or holes or chips or anything like that, but it's just been knocked around a little bit. I think probably a jeweler or someone, a stoneworker or someone, could polish it up and bring it back. But it's still, it's very wearable. Very cool looking. But I did lower the price because of that condition. And I would show you what I'm shipping off today, but I'm not shipping anything off because I had no sales yesterday. Very sad. But ever hopeful that today will be a better day. So this is my latest craft project. Let me get a little further back. I'm trying to make a patchwork lace curtain for my front door because what I have hanging there is fairly disgusting. And I bought all these lace, well, they look like this. They're lace, crochet lace, like, I don't know what you call these, dress fronts, collars. People use them to, take a plain dress and dress it up for church on Sunday or whatever. Back in the day, people just didn't have that many clothes, especially poorer people or middle class people. So, having a few of these handmade crochet collars could make a dress look different. And I bought this giant bag of them for $5 at the flea market a while back. And so, I saw something kind of similar made with doilies, and I thought I would try it, but it's proving to be much harder than I thought. But we're going to see how it goes. I've got probably a quarter of it done here. And it hasn't taken too long, but it's just really hard to piece it together. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and I am going to show you what I listed. What I listed yesterday and what I am shipping off today. Okay, first off, I listed these two turquoise rings. This one I listed at $59, and this one I listed at $64. This one has a really interesting stone. It's so clear. Okay, and then I listed, it's going to be a little bit hard for you to see, but this is a Guatemalan iCat hand-woven dress in this pretty black and white check pattern. It is Toucan exports rather. And this is something that my sister-in-law sent me, some time ago. I get behind in listing her the clothing that she gives me mostly because I don't like to iron. But this is a really pretty dress. It says it's a size medium, but it's a really big, roomy, comfy dress, like a mid-calf length on most people, I guess. And I think 1980s on that. And that I listed for 65, I think. Sorry, having to look at my computer across the room. And then I listed this cool spice box, which might be Indian, Tibetan, something like that. It might be Middle Eastern, Afghan. I'm really not sure. I looked and looked and looked and just couldn't really figure it out. But it's a very cool piece, and I listed that for $62, I think, in the 60s somewhere. And this is what I am shipping off today. This is the set of glass doorknobs, 2 full sets and 1 single knob of these really nice antique glass doorknobs. Those sold for $34, and everything is free shipping. This little picture frame with the celluloid faux mother of pearl panels and a little Cezanne print in there. And that sold for $19. And then this picture frame, which I've got upside down with a little watercolor painting in it, this sold for $28. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, and I am going to show you what I listed yesterday and what I shipped, or what I'm getting ready to ship. Okay, first off we have this little hand-carved pyrography wooden trinket box, probably from Morocco. That is what the seller told me, and it looks right to be Morocco. And that I listed for $29, and all of these prices are free shipping, free U.S. shipping. This, a little hard to see, but it's a skirt. It's a very long, fitted, purple silk skirt with this beautiful gold metallic thread woven in. It's a really pretty pattern with flowers and leaves and zigzags and these pointy things at the bottom. Really pretty skirt, a small size, and that I listed for $26. And then I listed these two rings that I got at the flea market. Oh, let's see, the box I paid $7 for, and the skirt was free from my sister-in-law. This ring I listed for $38. And this ring I listed for $46, and this one sold right away to one of my most loyal customers. You know who you are. Thank you. And let me show you what I am packing up to ship. Okay, here's what I'm getting ready to package up. As I mentioned, this ring sold for $46. This mid-century pearl collar with the little paisleys on it, that sold for $18. And I got that at a garage sale for $1 very recently. And then this cute little turtle necklace, a little articulated, his head and tail are articulated. He's been around in my shop for quite a while. He sold for $16 plus shipping. And then finally this copper bowl, which sold for $36, free shipping. Good morning. It is Friday morning, and so this morning I am waiting to hear news of my sister. She is undergoing triple bypass surgery, and it's really scary because she was having no symptoms whatsoever, but she just started thinking about our mother, who died of heart disease at age 73. Not super young, but not that old either. Apparently heart disease that she didn't even know she had. She had a heart attack and she died. And so my sister decided to get a screening, and she found out that she had 3 arteries blocked. No symptoms at all. So she had to have this surgery. She's 7 years older than me, so she's not... Sorry, I'm looking at these crows flying around outside my window. You know, she's not that old. So she's having surgery this morning, and her daughter is giving me periodic, well, she's giving my other sister periodic updates, and my other sister is updating me, so I'm getting it through her. But anyway, the news so far is that she's doing well, and the surgery should be almost over by now. And they're giving my niece, you know, periodic updates and letting her know that things were going exactly according to plan and everything looked good, so fingers crossed. So I'm just going to show you what I listed yesterday and what I am packing up to ship today. Okay, so here is what I listed yesterday. I listed this set of 3 history books published in 1906 with kind of pretty Art Nouveau covers and a little ribbon around them. They look really cute, stacked on a shelf or whatever. Just decorative, or if you like history, you can read them. I read some of, a little bit of them, and they sounded like they were really interesting books. But anyway, those I listed for $43. Partly that high price is due to the fact that they're very heavy and they're going to cost a lot to ship. And then secondly, I listed this embroidered blouse. It's got these beautiful little flower baskets embroidered on it. It is made in China, and there's the tag. I would say that tag probably dates to the 1970s. It has fabric contents, but not care instructions. And it is a cotton poly blend. It's very soft, and while it does wrinkle some, it's not wrinkly like cotton or silk might be. And has hidden buttons and short sleeves. Very pretty. Okay, so I listed that, and that came from my sister-in-law, Amelia. I paid $5 for these books, and the shirt was free, and I listed that for $26. And then these you might recognize from my recent flea market haul. This is a little lapel pin watch, very Art Deco in style. And the brand is Renzi, and I did a little, goes my motorcycle, a little research on Renzi, and there's not a lot known, but and there are a couple of different theories, but the one that I think sounds the most reasonable is that Renzi is Eisner spelled backwards, and that it was a brand of Paul V. Eisner, who was an importer from Germany. And the watch runs, keeps time, and it's gold-filled silver, I think the pin is. Has a little wear on it, but it's the face of the watch is very clean. The crystal is pretty good. I think the watch could use opening and cleaning, like just the crystal looks like it has a little dust in it. But I'm not, since it's running and keeping time and working so well, I'm not going to open it. I don't want to risk doing something that might damage it. So that I listed for $65. And these are all free shipping, of course. And then the last is this little turquoise and coral chip ring. Very simple design. It's almost certainly a Navajo piece. And that I listed for $33. And I paid $10 for this and $20 for the watch. And here is what I am shipping off this morning. We have a Navajo amethyst and sterling silver pendant necklace, and this sold for $51 to one of my YouTubers who used the coupon code, which is YouTube Thanks, to get 10% off. And you too can use that coupon. It's all one word, YouTube Thanks. Just put it in when you're checking out, and you can get 10% off any order. I think it's over $15 or something. Maybe it's over $25. And then I sold this gorgeous hand-painted perfume bottle by Dorothy Thorpe. It's a well-known mid-century glass artist, designer. She didn't actually make the glass, but she decorated it. And this is one of her early pieces. And that sold for $85. And these prices are all free shipping. And this cool mod lucite and gold belt. Very 1960s. And that sold for $28. The silver overlay cruet, which I just listed recently. I was kind of surprised because usually those are long tail items, and especially because I didn't know the pattern. But yay, it sold right away. And that sold for $26. And then lastly, I have this primitive box with the sliding lid. Just knocked the perfume bottle over, but it's okay. God, sometimes I worry about myself. Anyway, it's got these fittings inside it. I obviously held some kind of machine part. And I had 3 of these available. I sold 1. And I sold that for $38. It's not going to be that much fun to ship. Let's see. I believe this perfume bottle I probably paid $20 for, something like that. I don't remember what I paid for this. I think probably around $15. The belt I don't remember either, but I don't think it was very much. And as you might remember, I got this from my mother-in-law. And the boxes I think were $5 a piece. So that's it for this morning. Good morning. It is Saturday, and just got back from my usual breakfast grocery shopping. No garage sales today, or there was one, but I didn't stop. It didn't look great. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I listed yesterday and what I'm packing up to mail today. Okay, I listed this Indian printed cotton shirt. It's kind of a fitted tunic shirt. Very pretty pattern. This is something of mine that I was given as a gift years ago, and I have never worn it. I don't know why. I have another one that's very similar, and I've worn it, but this one I didn't wear. Probably because I knew after I wore it I would have to wash it and then it would need ironing. So I hate ironing, as I've told you before. So anyway, that I listed for $26, and these are all on Etsy, in case I haven't mentioned that lately. The links to my shops are in the description. And then I listed this cool dangly charm bracelet with seeds and some carved bakelite and a little carved wood leaf. This appears to be dated from the 1940s. I found a lot of similar ones online, but nothing exactly like this one. So I listed that for $55. And then this sterling silver brooch, which is just enormous, with the rhinestones in it. Not signed. It's marked, but not signed. Pretty big piece. That I listed for $38. And then the fish dish. Cleaned it up a bit. Not too much. It's still got some patina on it. And I listed the fish dish for $43. It's quite heavy. And here is what I'm shipping off today. This white Victorian style frame with a little original watercolor in it. And that sold for, where'd it go? $34. And this is a Swarovski. It's a display tulip. It was like some kind of a premium for a membership renewal thing. And I sold a bunch of Swarovski stuff for a friend. There's just a little bit more of it, but basically sold this for $15 plus shipping, and most of that's going to my friend, and the rest is eaten up by fees, so don't make a whole lot on that. And then lastly, I sold this really interesting, it is a, I believe, Navajo made silver button made from a mercury dime, embossed. It's really neat. Neat old piece. They used to put these on velvet shirts. Maybe they still do. I don't know. But anyway, that sold for $19. Free shipping. And this is the first thing that I've sold from that lot of button covers and related material that I bought off eBay. So I believe the total cost of that lot was around $50. So still have a little ways to go before I start seeing profit from that, but hopefully it will.